forgot to unmute or mute. Oh, I got a headache. Hello, Galaxy. That's the wrong view. I can. Oh, son of a. It's just. It's been that kind of day. Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Perillo. I have a headache. You are not a headache. Very much look forward to this time of day to commiserate, talk about stuff. Today, I believe it or not, I'm going to talk about tech. I'm going to do it. Oh, I know I'm a headache, Liz. I even used the beater gun fascia thing they sent to try to ungum whatever was gummed up back here. I don't know if it worked. Anyway, so let me show before I dive into the Apple stuff. Let me go ahead and show off some an acquisition and at least one recent print here. I printed the special edition Pez Liz. This is this is not Pez Liz. This is the Nine Num minifigure, Wexter Mini. There's not enough Nine Num merch out there, so I'm glad that Wexter did this mini dude. I've also been printing, you noticed on MakerDeck, like overnight, the lightsaber parts. Lightsaber fingers. Christopher Lightsaber fingers. Yes. Hex 3D. These are the lower hilts. I'll be printing the remaining 6 lower hilts tonight, overnight on MakerDeck. I'm doing a Kali Dragon right now. It's not going to take that long, because I gave my printer a rest. I also got the Obi-Wan Kenobi Wandering Jedi. I believe this was an Amazon exclusive. Right here. This is an Amazon exclusive Wandering Jedi. No longer wandering. He's got Lola there. And it looks like an extra wheel for Lola? What is that? Oh, an antenna for Lola? Or the buzzsaw for Lola? And then the weapon. So I get to open this one. This one's an opener. So those are the things that I got. You encouraged Wex. Well, I'm glad you did. Because he asked me, he's like, oh, what would you make? And I'm like, oh, this. That's what I'd make. Triple Venti, it is going well. Glad to see you. U2, K2, Kevin, Free Heathen. We'll be browsing everybody's makes. Fixin' Dude, U2, and Keen Crafts. I am late today because we had a, curriculum night? Where Diana and I got to go into the Jedi school to learn more about what they'd be learning this year. So I wanted to go to find out directly, straight from the horse's mouth. Of course, they have a PowerPoint deck. They're going to email out to everybody. I'm like, well, I probably could have saved some time, but that's okay. Got some FaceTime with the teachers. I also gave the teachers the special edition, for the lack of a better word, the coin that I made. With the logo, the school mascot, and the Jedi symbol on the other side, for sure. Rugana says, "Are you retired?" Oh God, no. What do I do for a living these days? I live. No, I work for Intel. I fart around on Twitch, quite honestly, and it actually leads me into something else. I've got. Do I have a picture? I thought I had a picture. I know I have a picture of the coin that I made. I need to pull that out of the trash though, because I have to make sure it gets teased on. How did that get deleted? It gets teased on Twitter with tags and everything. So right now, that's what I do. It keeps me busy, Ruginus. No, you don't have to be old to be retired. That's for sure. I have accomplished one of my big life goals as an adult. One of them was accomplished. But it actually leads me into something else, right? I've been playing around, farting around, of course, with. I posted the vlog the other day of Jedi going to school, and honestly, I'm kind of surprised. It's just like, inevitably, if I don't post something in a while and then post a vlog, people like it and then they disappear again. So I'm not putting much faith in vlogging, nor was that ever really necessarily a full-time thing, nor should it have necessarily been a full-time thing. Yeah, late start, Astronaut. So I was at school for our daughter, learning about her school. So I knew I was going to be, and I warned people last week, and then yesterday or the day before, I said, yeah, remember, I'm going to be late on Wednesday. So curriculum night went well. My only disappointment is that they're not teaching penmanship. It is a concern. So I need to look for, hey, Rob, I need to look for like an app, an iPad app. Do you know an iPad app that will teach kids penmanship? That's what I need. I need an iPad app that teaches penmanship for Jedi. Because I'd like to work with that. You're happy to be here now? Well, I'm happy. I'm also tired. See, I'm streaming late. Usually I'm done by now, and I'm up late. Some people grind young are able to get lucky enough not to work their whole life. Well, I didn't really feel like what I did was work, honestly, Ruginus. What I did before. I mean, it was definitely work, and it was definitely stress, but I needed a reset, personally, Ruginus, and I've had that reset. Time for a late night stout. Yeah, I haven't had a beer in a month or two. Yeah, I'm not, but Ruginus, I'm not necessarily doing what I want. I mean, you ask anybody, do you want to, work for, the rest of your life? I'm like, I want to do things that have meaning, right? Purpose. And right now I've got my current task at Intel is very, 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 it's interesting. And kind of one of those things that I want to be a part of. So it's not just being a PowerPoint jockey in my current position. And so I'm very happy, and I'm going to take it as far as it'll take me. And so in that sense, I'm doing what I would want to do at Intel, but not doing what I want. Doing what I want, I'd be chatting all day. I'd be hanging out live all day, for sure. You're out of work, losing it, not because of money, because you need to do something. That's what I'm saying. You got to do something. It's one of the reasons why the evenings that I've been spending have been, doing this. PS25 out. Oh yeah, Prusa Slicer. It dropped today. Although I was running the release candidate, and it was pretty decent. It was good. Oh, declarations. What?
Declarations rated.
What were you doing?
With 26 viewers.
I just wrapped up printing some. There's my middle finger. Some. These are lightsaber hilts pieces for a build your own lightsaber system that Hex 3D has made, and so I'm printing each segment in a different color, so they're going to be very colorful lightsabers. So I'm printing lightsabers, kind of. Actually, I'm doing a Kali Dragon right now. I also just did, and this is all for all y'all who are joining, including Inkevs, and I Want a Niffler, and Swift Silent Deadly, and Kimbit, thank you for the follow. I printed a Wexter Neen Num figurine. Hope he does more of these, like more aliens. Like a hammerhead would be great. Like a Biff would be awesome. Crazy low-key, how are you one of the first IRL streamers? I know! Ruginus. It's funny how it happens that way, huh? No, I was streaming Dark Toiler. It's just I was late because of a Jedi had a school engagement. So what were you up to? Declarations? Just talking about making my own life. There you go! Hex 3D. Become his patron. And he's got like a system, like how many? 40? No, 70 pieces? Tons of them. Like so many different pieces that can be assembled. And I'm printing him each segment of these lightsabers in different colors. So like this is this piece, this is this piece. Not that it matters, because you once a kid gets a hold of it, it's going to be done up in 13 different ways. Oh, you were culting. Fair enough. Adam Savage dropped a video. Oh yeah, I saw. See, he's like Maker on a completely different level. Completely different. Did the teacher make Chris stay after school? No. I went on my own volition. On my own. So welcome. We haven't really jumped too far into showing everybody's makes today. Printer teams, good to see you. Or printer team. We passed 2,700 followers on MakerDeck today. Now, some of those users are fake, because like we saw like some clearly fake users come in recently, but over 2,700 people now follow MakerDeck. And yes, we are still on the path to partner. So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for participating. Daddy Wazzy, Silver Sunbeam, Stephen Bueller, Vortex Images, JK Tam, Pezliz, 3D Musketeer, Sheldon, and somebody else is on deck. I can't see the lower left-hand corner. Super excited about Prusa Slicers 2.5 full release. I was just mentioning this to Bob. It's good. I mean, I've been running the release candidate for a while, so it wasn't, no major changes for me, but having aligned seams came along at the perfect time for these lightsaber hilts. It's also made like printing minis, like you just can't, you don't even know where the seam is anymore. Of course, also using the Arachne, the underpinnings, right?
Cowbell.
Oh, cowbell, do you, Bob? So having aligned seams by default has been nice. Lightning infill, it has been great. I lightning infilled this figurine. I didn't lightning infill. I think I I should have used support infill for these, but I think I used grid, no, gyroid for these. Yeah, I know. See, that's the thing is I reslice everything anyway. Like when I'm printing something new, I typically will reslice it. Especially when there's been changes. So yeah, I just recently underwent a reslicing anyway because I just like cleared off my USB stick, so it wasn't a big deal for me to go through and reslice. And honestly, it's worth the time savings. Let me thank the moderators: Krusty 3D, Fix 'em Dude, Hollywood N 3D, Kurt Grosser, Papa Bear, AZ, Pizliz, Pink 3DP, and Sith Lord Brent. You don't understand. Fake followers had an influx of girls in bikinis following me on Twitter. Pretty sure they don't care about action figures. It's all about gaming the system. It's not about you. It's about them looking legit, not you. Do I think success in movies hinders them? I mean, what I mean is every movie the good guy wins. Get challenges are always overcome. Task is completed. Sometimes. I mean, sometimes that's not the case. I actually like movies where, you get a twist. What a twist! It's a twist. So I'm doing I'm doing a simple Cali Dragon because I needed something to print real quick. Because my overnight is going to be on MakerDeck is going to be the remaining 6 smaller lightsaber hilts. 3D printing for you has been like a stress ball. Has been helping. Oh, great. Well, that's kind of what it is. It's fun, and then at the end you've got something to show for it too, and you've learned a skill. So not that the skill of this is going to propel me any further. Necessarily, at least the way that I'm doing it. But either way, I wanted to talk about Apple because oh my God, did you see this? This is how do I do this? I don't want to screw with it now. Have you seen this thing? It's called. Hang on. Dynamic Island. Have you seen this? Have you seen the Dynamic Island? I'm going to try to see. I'm going to see if I can show this. Because I was literally very, how do I explain it? Seeing it, actually, it made me, it was the Apple I missed, basically. Is it up? Come on. Son of a gun. Give me a second. That's why. I'm going to try to pull it up back here, the video. Oh, that's why. Apple and multi-display support is kind of lousy. Oh, there it is back there. Okay, so I'm going to pull back. I'm going to go back here. Let's do this. And pull up. This blew me away. It really just blew me away. So this is that dynamic island thing that we're talking about. Watch. So you don't even see the notch. You don't even see the cutout because it all looks relative. This capsule is there. This is, I mean, it's just genius. I'm serious. Like, this is everything. I mean, this is not going to get me flipping back to iOS, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because, I would, as much as I would love to do something like that. But look, watch. So that whole situation there is done so well, seamlessly. I'm like, if they would have done something like that with the iPhone 10, I would have far less issue with iOS. I mean, I still have issues with iOS. There's still a lot of slop in shop. And I'm very, very, very happy with my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Very, like, exceedingly. And I go back and forth between the iPhone 13 Plus or Pro Max, 13 Pro Max and the Samsung. But I'm telling you, this, I was like, maybe I don't know if I'm gonna get the iPhone 14 Pro. I mean, I use it, in the live streaming environment, but like, Do I really? Is it gonna be that big of a deal? And oops, sorry, is that gonna flip back here? And then this is what happened. I'm sorry because I'm zoomed in. When I was watching the Apple announcements, I mean, I was kind of in and out, right? Because I was taking care of other things, and iPhone 14. I'm like, okay, great. And then they're showing thing, and all of a sudden at the top of this animation starts playing, right? The demo does this, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what? And I was like, and I immediately tweeted, I'm like, okay, this capsule has my attention. And I think that's what I call it, because they weren't calling it the island. What is it called? It's a horrible name, because I can never remember it. The island whatever. But it was something that oh, sorry, I'm zoomed in again. That reminded me so much of what I used to love about Apple. This right here. Because it was a perfect marriage of hardware and software. And I mean, I gotta tell you, I mean, I was like, whoa, cool. I kind of want to try that. And then I got on iOS again. I'm like, yeah, I couldn't use this again. I don't think I could use this again. But like they've made that space usable, and in such a way that it is beyond seamless for the user. So I'm not excited, but I'm fascinated, absolutely fascinated by that. I've never, Android, iOS, never seen an implementation with software accommodating such a hardware shortcoming to be able to bring like values like Face ID, etc. That is what we should have seen. That is what we should have had in the iPhone 10. That would have had me thinking, okay, there's a big enough trade-off. Because I wasn't willing to do the trade-off. Everyone else is, oh, go gaga. I'm like, no. Not the time. This, if it works, that's key word. If it works, key phrase, because sometimes Apple rolls crap out and it's just crap. Because it's not implemented very well. I don't know what to tell you.
Catchy suggests
It's
resubscribed for 12 months.
Oh.
1 year. Wow.
Well, since it's September, Mad Cat USA, I'm going to eat me a black Jelly Belly. Oh, that's great. Every sub or resub, I eat one of those. Yeah. Oh, that taste does not get better over time. Thank you, Mad Cat. Glad you're hanging. Anyway, I know Apple announcements about AirPods. I don't wear those. I'm very happy with the things that hang on my glasses when I need them. Because I always get uncomfortable when I stick anything in my ear. And then the watch, the Apple Watch, I'm like, eh. And everyone was like getting kind of angry at the Ultra Watch or whatever they're calling it, because they're like, it's not for me. I'm like, well, don't be mad because it's not for you. It's just not for you. I have a feeling people are just going to buy it just to say, oh, I have the Ultra. Really? When was the last time you've even gone outside? So either way, that watch definitely wasn't for me. The other watches, I mean, I've moved past the Apple Watch at this point. But the iPhone, specifically the iPhone, the 14 Pro Max, that is impressive. That. Everything else, the camera, the photo output, I'm like, okay, I'll be interested. Because honestly, I was not that impressed with the iPhone 13 camera at all. Like, not even close to being impressed. Not even close. So I'll be interested in trying that to see if the camera had improved. But I will tell you, the Samsung camera has been, for the most part, good. I mean, there are some shots that I think a Pixel could have done better on, but the Pixel camera kind of went sideways too. So So the screen is expanded into camera territory. The bar isn't encroaching into screen area. Why didn't I think of this? Uber Superfly. It's actually very smart. I'd get the Ultra if I fit the use case, but I don't. So that's what I'm saying. Like, some people just get so mad. They're like, it's horrible. It's not for you. Not everything has to be for you all the time. I think this is the one thing you got to understand. Like, it doesn't have to be for you for it to be useful. And this is something I understood over time. I may not have understood it in the beginning, but I've certainly understood that over time. Certain things are not for me. Just not for me. So, some of y'all love your Enders. Not for me. Just not for me. Doesn't mean it's not for you. It's just not for me. Not the type of user. So I don't need to have every gadget to necessarily, find a value, or knowing that someone is going to find value in one gadget or another. So I thought that was the one thing that was like, and I guess it had like kind of a, not dramatic, but like people had visceral reactions, either very positive or negative. I'm like, how you see negative? I'm just like, that's a boon, dude. Boon. Rob Hank says, did they change the charging port? Nope, not this year. But I've got my lightning adapter, the only lightning adapter, really, on the current iPhone. So it's like, all right, well, not a big deal. I'd swap it out anyway. So I'll be upgrading. I'm planning on it. I want to try it. So you're hearing it here first, people. I am getting the iPhone 14 Pro Max for that alone. Now, I use the iPhone, maybe not as regularly as I use the Pixel here, because I use the Pixel to point down at the camera. Although I may try the iPhone in this position and run a lightning cable along the way. You're just hoping the animations of the dynamic playground are as smooth, or the dynamic island are as smooth as the promos, and they didn't have small stutters. Yeah, Izzy, that would also be my concern. And I can tell you this. The iOS still has those stutters. Still has those micro stutters. Still. Don't know what to tell you. Maybe the new screen will help with the refresh rate. I'm not holding my breath. It's one of the reasons it would be very difficult, if not impossible, for me to move and migrate back from a Samsung device or an Android device specifically to iOS because of those micro stutters. Can't do it. Now, is there lag on Android? Oh, absolutely, but it's different. It is this fluidity at which you can scroll on at least the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and the S21 before that, and even the Pixels before that, it is miles better, smoother, substantially smoother than iOS. Smoother. And I'm just telling you. That's been my experience. With MagSafe, I haven't plugged anything to my phone since they introduced it. Well, I use MagSafe for my phones as well, but I use so here's the thing, declarations. You'll see a mess here, but see the jelly beans back there. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I use an app called Reincubate Camo. And I'm going to flip between... Oh, hang on. I need to launch the app on there. I'm like, why isn't it loading? Here. Okay, I've adjusted it somewhat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip between... there's the iPhone. That's the zoom lens, right? That's the current telephoto at 3x. I can also flip to the wide on the iPhone, and then I can also. Oh wait, you can't see it. Oh yeah, you can. And then I can flip to the ultra wide. So I have 3 options on that camera, and I've mounted it there just because it's when I'm doing like brick building or whatever, I can have it pointed down and it's fine. Although I wish it was a USB-C, but it isn't, sadly. I wish.
Mavcat
So I have it
26 year Dex 100. For 12 months of subbing to the channel, I dare you to eat 12 black jelly beans.
Okay, Mad Cat. For your 12 months, I'll do just that. Don't ask me why. Because you've been very supportive. Have I tried the amazing LG V60? I have sent it to Fix 'em, dude. Alright, 12. Here you go, Mad Cat. Just for you. Ah. Oh. Oh. No worries, Mr. Harrell. Hey, Blake Nerdy. You know, I already had a headache. It's only gonna make it worse. Anyway, so I do use the iPhone, but just not as regularly as I might have before. But like I said, what I may end up doing is I just like having the versatility of being able to have the setup the way that it is. But the new iPhone may end up making its way into this position, and then it's possible that I'll figure out another thing to do over there, or depending on what new Pixel comes out. I don't know yet. I've not decided one way or another. Right now, the Pixel works fine in this particular position, and the iPhone works fine in in the other position. So. Let's browse everybody's makes, shall we? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Mad Cat. Genuinely. Oop, I guess I didn't have...
Monsoon Josh 3D chaired X100. Today in Star Wars history in 2022, Chris Perillo said he was going to purchase the new iPhone 14 Pro in honor of Emperor Palpy.
You're funny. It's memes and jokes. That's funny, Monsoon Josh. Alright, show and tell. Sorry I didn't have this staged before. But... oh wait, did it work? Did it not work? No, that's not what I want. Here we have NYC turned out well. Midnight Smith. Oh, nice, Midnight Smith. Wow. That's pretty cool, dude. Dwarf Dice Box by Ars Moriendi. Nice filament choice. Polymaker Silk Silver Matter Hackers Gold Silk. That's a good gold, dude. That's a nice gold. Goldie, but Bundled Up Bernie by Chelsea Chaos Quartet and Bundled Up Bernie. Printed in resin. Finished using a variety of acrylic paints. Otter's Danger Den has electronics. Couldn't tell you what. What is it doing? What is that? Just telling you the power of the port? That's kind of neat. Oh, battery charger, super low level. Okay. Rob Ank has a flexi dinosaur skeleton. Worked updating your focus. Oh, nice, Ashernak. Fix 'em Dude has an unreleased Bugman 140 Flaming Cauldron model. Test printed on MakerDeck. Pretty cool. That works. It's flaming. Good choice of the using a video there. Fix 'em Dude also has trying out his new turntable, spiral vase roses. I have a turntable, but it's got a mirror on it. The mirror's kind of all scuffed up. There's no way of really repairing that. Think the 14 Pro Max will last you a couple years? It looks like. I mean, it just depends on the kind of buyer you are, right? I would have been content, but I have to try the Dynamic Island. Is it Dynamic Island? Did I get that right? I have to. Like, I feel like I don't have a choice. It's just too cool. I hope. I mean, I know a faster processor isn't going to fix the micro stutters in iOS. Maybe the new screen will address it. Maybe the new version of iOS. But at this point, I've pretty much given up on fighting that fight. It's just I won't be. It's not something that I would be using on a daily basis. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. It would drive me nuts. Cherry Live Edge Bowl messed around with on the MakerDeck stream. This is Paul. He was turning today. Sarah Oakley, better pick of the Chelsea cute armadillo color change in Matter Hackers. Just a little armadillo peeking out. Then we have Omaha 3D Prints doing the downward dog balloon, animal sculpted, fellow Nebraska and Chelsea. Oh, I didn't know she was Nebraska. Thank you. Thank you for the cheer. And for both, Science, and thank you for the fart.
James cheered X100.
Thank you for the fart. Your farts are appreciated around here. MakerDeck crashed this morning. Just as I'd gotten back to sleep, Liz calls up and says, "It's crashed." So I woke up, fixed it. We were off to the races with a new URL. Now, Science streams, if you're not familiar, also streams science stuff. And you want to talk about a Renaissance geek. They're also printing now. They got an Anycubic resin printer because they go around classrooms teaching science. It's pretty cool. And that's yesterday's update with the printed solid job posting right there. Thank you, No More 3, for the cheers. Oh, got a hype train. Thank you for that.
No More 3 cheered X200.
So yeah, I will be ordering the new iPhone and selling the quote unquote old iPhone. Not really. Oh, that's not the what. Dang it! Not what I wanted to have happen. But I'll be basically selling it back to Apple. Hardly used. I mean, I did use it though. To my credit, it is actively used. Although I'd like to figure out how to use it potentially more than I use it. And on that front, I've got, it's not exactly a proposition. Pro Max Purple. You have did you do a light thing? Did you do an Aziz light? I may have missed it. Yeah, I would go black. I'd go straight black, personally. I will get to it as soon as we're through the hype train. It's kind of it's a proposition, it's a question. And honestly, it was the, I thought I heard Lord Vader around here. Did you hear him? I didn't. Good vibes, indeed. Good vibes. Good vibrations. Good side. What? Where did I?
Mr. Underscore
For a coach ticket?
200 for a coach ticket.
Thank you. You're Mark H in Texas. All right, Ma. So the M in Ma must be Mark, yeah? Wait, can I get it? Yeah, I can put that in this holster. Get the Obi-Wan. I opened my Obi-Wan figure. I like it when the Star Wars figures have holsters for the weapons. Makes it easier to manage. I don't know if I'm going to be able to on there. I'm trying to get the fiddly bits. $21.12. Are you a Rush fan? That's a good question. I had a friend in college who was a Rush fan, huge Rush fan. So I don't know. The likeness. I'm not sure about the likeness of Ewan McGregor here with this action figure. I love the soft goods. I'm more of a fan of soft goods than the hard plastic, but I'm not sure if they really nailed the likeness on this one, unfortunately. There we go.
Matt Catchusa just gifted 1 subs.
Thank you for the gifted sub.
Mark underscore
I gotta take out the Lola too.
NC gifted Ma underscore 2112 a subscription. Mark
there are
underscore
2 more.
Underscore NC gifted a tier 1 sub to Ma underscore 2112. They have given 4 gift subs in the channel.
Bleh. Oh. Oh.
Alien Industrial just gifted 2 subs.
Alright, Alien Industrial. 2 more blackjacks. Here I thought it was going to be a slow night. I wasn't going to have to worry about anything. Bleh. Trying to get the Lola to stand up.
Decorations cheered X100. Choo choo.
Yes, I did chew those jelly beans. Yes, I did. Ooh, Jedi's got about 6 minutes before bedtime. That's way better than a Lego walk. What, the blackjacks? They're both painful. Y'all love your pain, don't you? Y'all love it. You eat it up, don't you? Don't you? I bet you do. Oh, my Cali Dragon's almost done. I wonder if the class would like the Cali Dragons. So I gave them coins. I don't know how if the kids like the coins, but there's the Cali Dragon. Cause I needed to print something quick, and I didn't have the silk white Cali Dragon yet. And now that's done. I guess I could start the overnight print. The problem is
Bob Carnes
the overnight
just gifted 5 subs.
Bart. That brings us closer to our sub goal. And that is definitely not helping my headache. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Bleh. Thank you so much, Bob. Despite my face contortions, I do appreciate it immensely. You know, I want to try something. Yeah. Yeah. Bleh. Where's I need a stormtrooper. I'm looking for
Alien Industrial cheered X510.
Thank you, Alien Industrial. Very appreciated. Thank you. Immensely appreciated. Level 3 is now complete. what I want to do is I want to print the mini, the Wexter Mini Stormtrooper, and I want to do it with B1, B2. What's Mini Stormtrooper single color? I can't remember. Oh, one has got a gun and the other one doesn't. I want to try it at 50%. This is the thing I wanted to test for the kids. So I'm going to stage in the new Prusa Slicer 2.5. I got to admit, the software updates get me excited. I like talking software updates. They're my favorite things to talk about. In fact, I think that's actually going to lead us. Ooh, hang on. The Wexter Mini Stormtrooper also needs his thing in the back also supported. Yeah, hey, Mr. Rick, I started late tonight, so I am running late. But there's one more thing I wanted to talk about here, people, with y'all. And I think you're going to appreciate or enjoy it. That might work. Okay, let me try scaling this down, 50%. We're going to see how well this works. I know it's going to take, like, no time at all to print. Oops. Support and forces only. Slice now. Probably going to take, like, an hour. Yeah, 47 minutes. Takes no time at all. I want to see how well his mini Stormtroopers look, or how nice they look at 50%. Because what I plan on doing is basically printing whole fleet. Actually, hang on, I could save even more. I can do this even faster. That's gyroid. Let's go lightning infill. Slice now. 43 minutes. Okay, shaved off some time, but you know it's a small model. 4 minutes. I mean, it's a filament savings. I'll take it. It was missing a stage. Oh, how dare you, Mark from Texas. How dare you miss a stage? That's okay. I didn't even know. I didn't even notice. Thank you. Oh, thank you for pushing me into a level 4 hype train, people. It's appreciated. It's been a while. Almost forgot what it looked like. So there's one more thing I wanted to talk about, but I wanted to wait until after the hype train, because I want to try to record it, if only because I'm going to be yeah. Why do you need it's a break. Good night, hun. I love you. Right. I know you got your PJs on. I'm running late tonight, so I'll see you tomorrow. You get to go to bed now. Get your contacts in when you're sleeping. Yeah. Her contacts are seemingly working well. So for the most part, I would say. That I know of, there haven't been any snags. I think she was going to go to the optometrist, maybe. And then Diana canceled the appointment, so I'm not sure what happened to that. Okay, so I've sliced that. We're going to do a mini Stormtrooper. This is going to take about 43 minutes. Stream's probably going to be over by the time we get through. Basically, I only have one more thing to talk to y'all about. But it is kind of important in the context of what we've been talking about, or what I've been talking about at least. Ow, I don't know why I'm in so much pain. I think it was the amount of espresso that I might have had earlier that threw me off. I probably had too much espresso. Hey, Jedi! Came along just in time. I got a Jedi here. A little Obi-Wan, whose cloak is a little showy. Not exactly perfect, but it works. Okay, so I'm going to flip. Thank you, everybody, for that hype train. It's very appreciated. On something else, because I want to basically end it on this note. Espresso and sugar from the sub beans. No, the sugar didn't give me the headache. That's for sure. I had it before, and I can't take the same kind of medicine because I try to avoid caffeine. I think there may have been caffeine, a little bit of caffeine in my decaf espresso because I was a little my stomach was a little churny, queasy earlier, and then the headache, right? So I think it was that. He's gonna go with Obi Doug Kenobi. Oh, Jedi Juggalos. That works. I mean, it's memorable for sure. Okay, now you ready for this? Okay, you may or may not be ready for this. Did I? Crapples. Fargle. I need.
Watch with Wayne rated my stream with 72 viewers.
Who? I'm trying to get the thing. I had what's this? I've been rated? Wow! Look at everybody who's joining us here. Welcome, Raiders! Hi, I'm Chris Perillo. I love geeking out here every night at 6 p.m. Pacific, just chatting, so feel free to join the conversation. Follows are free. Love to have you here. Welcome to my play shop. Welcome, Raiders! Hey! Thank you for watching. Get it? Now, I know Wayne's got to be happy, yeah? All right, hang on. Let me. So I was playing the video. Where'd it go? It was right there. Okay, this thing from the Apple announcements today. I'm like loving it, and I'm honestly not even an iPhone user anymore. But oh, come on. Okay, because I keep zooming out. Have you seen this? Wayne, I'm having a good stream. I was getting ready to actually talk about something kind of important, Wayne, so you came in at the right time. I've been printing my own lightsabers. Well, I didn't make them. I'm printing the model that's out there. But Wayne, I don't know if you saw Apple's announcement today. Not being an iPhone user, and by the way, I saw your comment on the vlog the other day. I'm not going back to vlogs full time because I don't think I can. But I have been posting more vloggy stuff lately. It is true on the YouTube channel. So I think, and here's the thing. The reason why is because that's the only kind of video that anybody seems to respond to anymore on that channel. So, I mean, that's just the truth. But this is, I don't know if you saw this. I'm not an iPhone user anymore, but like the dynamic island in the iPhone 14 Pro Max in that range. I mean, yes. Like, I mean, it takes a lot to impress me with the feature. That's an interesting feature, as long as there's no animation judder, like there is throughout the rest of iOS. Like, I can't use a phone just for that alone, unfortunately. But, anyway, we were talking about that, and then, let's get out there. Oh, so, we were discussing that, Wayne. What were you discussing? What were you up to tonight? And thank you, everyone, by the way, for all the follows. Happy to have you here. Disney Ride of the Resistance is awesome. Yes! I haven't ridden it yet, though, unfortunately. Oh, you were talking about the Apple event as well, Sexbill? Good. It was not being as much of an Apple user as I used to be. I get sad when I watch because it's like it's not for me anymore. I'm like, man, I used to look forward to it, and I use an iPhone, and the previous gen Pro Max, and I use it as a webcam, for on the streams, and I may figure out another way of integrating it as well. Yes, not just good, excellent. I feel that maybe one day I'll be able to come back to the flock, but for the time being, I find that I have a better experience using other mobile devices. The Android tablet that I use, the Samsung tablet in Samsung Dex, that works better than the iPad. for the most part. It doesn't mean it's not without its share of quirks. Oh, you just bought the S22. Yeah, that's what I use as a default. Oh, for streaming? Really? Why would you use it for streaming? I mean, I guess I kind of use it for streaming too. Sorry, I thought I heard something there. Weird. Anyway, yeah. I've been thinking a lot lately. Just the sounds and stuff. iOS don't have the IRL chat. I'm not sure what you mean. You switched to Apple with the 10. I've been satisfied so far. See, I switched away. I was like, I can't. The notch. I was like, no, I can't do this. Can't do it. I already had problems with iOS, like the frame rate drops, and honestly, the frame drops, animation jank, and coupled with there was another thing. The notch was a problem. Animation jutter. Oh, the screen refresh rate. They just until like last year finally got to 120. Last year. But you know, for me, I'm all about those high refresh rates personally. Can't go back to iPhone. Canadian winters kill the battery. Oh, really? Well, that doesn't surprise me. By the way, welcome in your neighborhood baker, Bionic Stoner, Farmer John Bacon, Tony G 33, Just George Line 1, Raven Father 78, Sex Pill, Space Drive Films, Buster Brown 2016, and Luke A 247. Welcome. The typical user in iPhone 8 is more than enough cheap to fix your industry demands high rates. Yeah, Sex Pill, I don't disagree. You know, because the software is 90% of it. See, I'm firmly in Samsung's camp at this point. I tried the Apple Watch briefly last year when I was looking to. Remember we were talking about this? I was looking to measure my heart, and I think the Apple Watch does better in certain respects, but Samsung on the new Wear OS, it's no slouch. I'm not thrilled that the recent upgrade was more iterative, but it's not faster. I wish it was. I wish it was a little faster, but it measures everything that I might need to measure. I wish it had more of an ongoing EKG. But I wish it was a little. I mean, because it's like but the Apple Watch doesn't do it does that too. Like, so if I go over to EKG, record, and then I put my two fingers, and I have to like press, like, I have to like seemingly go through the steps every single time, like saying yes, I agree. The app never looks for a heart attack. The only thing I have is Apple does a MacBook. Yeah, that's not the only thing I have still. I use the iPhone, if only as a backup, because you never know. And I also have the MacBook. The MacBook is my primary personal system. Inconclusive. Could not be classified. That did not help. And since they're going eSIM, it's not as easy to flip back and forth. So Apple Watch saved Wayne. Oh, really? Wow. EKG sets me off. Diana got her measurement. You'll see it in the vlog. It measured like 175 or something like that. Yeah, inconclusive. I'm like, okay. So I don't even bother doing it. If I need to do an EKG, I'll get my 6-lead EKG device. I bought it for like $100. I can't remember what the service plan is for a 6-lead, but I have a dedicated EKG reader, the Bluetooth, that I carry with me wherever I go. In case I'm having an incident, I can pull it out and, you know, oh, I'm fine. Cardia, that's the name of it. Thank you. Hey, Mr. Rick. My Apple Watch keeps asking me if I fell. That is a jest, a guest. I'm not sure what that word typo was there. The real one-shot kill. Hey, all right, Space Drive Films. It's all in our heads. This was doing stress. You know, I don't know if it's all in our heads. I mean, I think there's something to be said about measuring and having that data. Wearing a watch doesn't make you more healthy necessarily, but just to have that data, I've actually appreciated having the data. I like seeing like, oh my god, I took 11,000 steps today. Crazy. Like my goal is like 6,000 steps a day, but like, wow, it's crazy. 2015 MacBook over 2022. Yeah, I use Windows. I want Windows 11 to be cleaner. Like I want the user interface to be cohesive and clean. If and when it gets to that point again, it would be very difficult for me to choose a favorite between a Mac OS and Windows. It'd be very, very difficult. And Microsoft is working that way. They're not there yet. There's still a ways to go. Jobs said you couldn't wear one. Oh, no. Oh, you were checking the EKG all the time. Oh, yeah. See, I don't check it all the time. I don't. And if only because, results are inconclusive. The Cardia actually records a little better. Okay, Liz, go. I can't jump in yet, but hang on. All this garbage. Do you find talking about it sets you off? No, not really. There's certain things stress me out for sure. Give me a second. I'm not sure if Liz is listening. What can I do? I can jump in. Ooh, it might screw up here. Give me a second. My camera might go bonkers. Hopefully it doesn't. Oh, here. No, it won't. There we go. Okay, I can keep an eye on it, Liz. Let me mute that tab though. Liz just needs me to keep an eye on MakerDeck. So I can keep an eye on it until Kieran pops in. I got a buzz, but 71 degrees cooler tomorrow. See full forecast. 71? Really? Is it? Yeah, I guess it is going to be cool. Cooler. Yeah, 72. High of 72. Great. Although the 10-day forecast, here's the problem. The 10-day forecast. Oh, actually, we're getting a hot day on Saturday, and then it goes back down again. That's reasonable. That's more than reasonable. I'll keep an eye on it, Liz. I'll keep a side eye out on that. You found stress in your stomach and the food eating your problem. Oh, yeah. Well, that could contribute. Good night, Cindy. Good to see you again. One thing is Samsung Watch is lacking. Stress markers are completely wrong all the time. It says I'm stressed when I'm super chill. Yeah, the stress. I've done the same thing. I don't even know if the stress feature is really working. Like, I mean, but I had an average stressful day. Maybe it was a little stressful earlier. I don't even know what it means. I just don't. No one really knows. $115? That's crazy. I keep an eye on, like, heart rate. I'll keep an eye on, and I'll have an idea. I'm like, I know when I'm stressed out. I'll keep an eye on heart rate. Stress, I think, is just it seems arbitrary, completely. Main thing, you're better. Yeah, no doubt about that. So this leads me, before your raid here. This leads me to something I wanted to talk about, actually. So let me pop over to this view here. In watching the Apple announcements today, I always get nostalgic, right? In seeing new products that I used to really look forward to seeing. Though today's announcements weren't necessarily for me, because I wouldn't have been the target market for a rugged watch, for the great outdoors and things that you stick in your ears. Not my thing. I stick things on my glasses, right? So the iPhone, right? The iPhone 14 comes out, and I see the dynamic island, and I lit up when Apple showed the teaser before they started to go into the full announcement of the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Just the teaser video of the dynamic island. I sat up straight. They had my full attention. I got a little excited, though I'm still not an iPhone user. I have an iPhone. I'm not planning on switching back from Android to iOS because it's iOS that I have a problem with, and it's still the same series of problems, unfortunately, these years later, even with latest gen hardware. But the way that they accommodated their cutout and married hardware and software was seamless. That, the dynamic island, is the Apple I miss. That just, it was, yes, if it works well. That's the kicker with Apple, if it works well, because bugs are still replete throughout the rest of the OS, and not to mention the animation jack. Either way, I've been thinking lately, and I want to run this past you as you're watching here live. Oh, there's MakerDeck back there. You see MakerDeck? I've been at the point where I'm having a lot of fun on Twitch, doing it every night, hanging out with y'all. Wouldn't trade it for the world. It's been amazing to connect with other makers, creators, geeks, nerds, to talk about the day's trends. But it's left YouTube kind of in this weird place. I can't really do anything with my main channel anymore. I've posted vlogs there, and those seem to get decent reception, but you can't do much with that. The vlogs are there for the people who already know you. You're not going to find anybody new. So that is just the way it's probably going to be forevermore. But I know that a lot of people still go to YouTube to find information, especially on the day's news or events or trends, and they still might come to me to ask, what I might think, because it still happens to this day. Not as often as it used to, certainly. But what would you think? Just be honest. What would you think if I set up a new YouTube channel called Chris Pirillo Tech, and it was basically a live video channel on YouTube, much like TLDR used to be, but it's just tech, and most of it live, potentially some shorts, maybe some shorter videos, but I'm not sure what you would think about that. I would still do Twitch. Twitch is where I get to do things that aren't necessarily talking about those types of trends, like 3D printing and 3D printing those lightsaber parts and assembling lightsabers, right? What would you think? YouTube, yuck. Oh, great, thanks. No, like YouTube. Yeah, I'm not a fan of YouTube either, but what would you think if I set up a new YouTube channel, since the old one is basically burned? Few people see any notifications from it because it's so old and it's got all kinds of videos. The only videos that do get traction these days are the vlogs, so I'm kind of playing around there, though the vlogs are great for people who already know me. They're never going to find new people and bring new people into knowing me. But what would you think if I set up a new YouTube channel called Chris Pirillo Tech, and it was a live stream channel for the most part, maybe some shorts, maybe some clips or shorter condensed segments from live streams? What would you think about that? Doing a TLDR, or Locker Gnome Daily Report type of show on YouTube every day. This would be, of course, in addition to what I'm doing on Twitch, because Twitch is where I'm hanging out. It's more of a chill, relax, after hours kind of place for me to, talk about other things like, Star Wars figures and assembling lightsabers and printing Star Wars figurines and all the other things that YouTube doesn't necessarily excel at. A Chris Perillo tech channel. I know, I'd be starting from scratch, starting over, ground zero, because honestly, I don't know any other way of doing it. And in watching the Apple announcement today, it just got me thinking even more about talking about things that I don't hear other people talking about, or at least at length. And because I do live video and I love live video, I live for live video, it just makes sense to just keep it live. I know YouTube's still trying to figure out their live strategy, but Chris Perillo live. Tech. What do you think? Kind of like an interactive news. Kind of, yeah. So like the day's news. Tech news. Good personality. Love to watch more content. You have a lot of on your plate. See, Monsoon Josh, I couldn't do it full time, but I would do it. I would basically do it. I know, Bob. I know. I'm not trying to spread myself thin, but the thing is, in order to grow on Twitch, you need a YouTube strategy. It's seriously, you need a YouTube hook, right? How am I going to find other 3D printers? I mean, yes, growing organically, but I want, in order to capitalize or capture that, a certain type of person, that I need to play to my strengths. And tech is a vertical that everyone understands. It's not, it's accessible. 3D printing certainly falls, within that. So I have to approach it like my way. I'm not necessarily chasing all the gadgets, right? I don't want to talk about everything everybody else talks about. I want to talk about the things that are interesting to me. So for example, software updates, right? I'd say, Prusa Slicer. Let's talk, what's new in Prusa Slicer? It's this. So we get to talk about that. Software updates. So I'm a big believer in software updates. I don't know what that is. Hey, Mr. Rick. Linus, though, he's ruled the roost for sure. All these years you denying being. I'm not a tech reviewer though. I'm not a reviewer. I'm more than a techie. But YouTube needs you to be a vertical. Here's the thing, like Bob last year, I was doing like advice videos. Sorry, I need to turn that off. I was doing advice video. I don't know if tech could be approached like Mr. Beast that way, or at least not the way I do it. But doing live is just different. Live is different than edited video. So I don't know. I'm definitely not leaving Twitch. I'm just spitballing because I just feel like I see here's the thing. I know I got to go to the corner because I got that redemption, but I've seen other people do this. I hit 100 phones on an island. I've seen other people like come out of nowhere and do it. I'm like, they got 100,000 subscribers on a tech vertical. I'm like, I had that. I mean, I do. I've got like 300,000, but then it became aimless, and YouTube's algorithm changed. So, I want to try. I want to try because I need. Oh, thank you, Zombie.
Zombie Hedgehog just gifted 1 subs.
Do the opposite of Twitch, no disingenuous nonsense. Oh, thank you, Zombie. So, my thinking is covering the day's news as I've seen it, or maybe other people. Hey, did you see such and such? Hey, did you see so and so? And talking about it, just babbling, going on for maybe an hour or so. It becomes a live podcast, and it becomes, this. The thing that people can go back and watch, if they do go back and watch. But people are looking for Chris Perillo anyway. So, having something there and starting it over. 1-2 days a week, we do this over there, no additional time consumption. See, Bob, I'd be inclined to do it the other way around. Because in many ways, one is completely different from the other. Just completely different. Let me put it this way. I'm here live late tonight I'm getting better. There's better discussion happening right now than there have been at that normal time slot that I had been going at. For whatever reason, there's better conversation happening right now than there has been lately. And this is not a slag against Twitch. It's the time of year. It's a lot of things going on. But I want to give it a college try. It would be, I feel, worth doing. And I know Liz has stated her concerns as well, and rightfully so. Like, I don't want to face a burnout. I don't want to have the issue where it's too much. And right now, I feel it's a trade-off. I feel if something's going to come out of it, I want to be able to build or back build and try to do it my way, right? And do it in such a way that because I can't. I've launched several different channels in the past before, different verticals, and tech is just prevalent. It's always around. I do read tech news. I do. I follow a lot. I'm not as interested in the hardware as y'all know as I am software. But unboxings are a big deal. So when I get a new Pixel, I'm like, where am I going to talk about it? When I do a photo comparison thing, where's that going to go? When I do these things, what's going to happen? I say once that printer's generating revenue, you sure have it. Well, the printer's not generating revenue, at least not directly. What time of day am I thinking? I'd probably too many dry tech news days. Yeah, but that's always what made it interesting, right? Is inevitably there's always something that when you dig out of the depths to talk about. And people are always talking about trends. It gets repetitive. Tech gets very, very, very repetitive. Very repetitive. Even browsing headlines, right? Like, okay, well, there's an update for this, and then you just go in and people say, oh, Android doesn't get updated. Yeah, it gets updated all the time. Software updates. I'm a big software guy, so looking for new software, different software, software experiences. Not the hardware stuff as much. So my feeling is it would be heavy into the software discussions, whether we're talking bigger Windows updates, smaller Windows updates, feature updates. I like change. I'm the only guy who likes reading change logs, I feel. I'm weird that way. I know. But with any luck, it's like I said, it's something worth at least trying. And if I can have your screen. Is it making you money at the moment? It's pretty. I don't care. I mean, I don't care what's making money or not. Did I hear that the hardware guys no steep count change? I'm not sure if I understood that. But take care, Krusty. My feeling is the way I used to stack it is even if it's live and it's okay, it wasn't. Oh, step count. Yeah, there you go. What I've got is if I have something in the can, then what happens is as I'm doing something live, here's my backup, Bob. And thank you for this. It's not what you're suggesting is not bad. Okay, there's kind of a slow news day. Hey, let's talk about 10 advantages of the Galaxy Ultra over the iPad, right? Let's talk about 10 things, and then actually shoot it live, and then have that segment. Basically, then after the video was live, nuke that live video, but just keep that one segment or publish that one segment back into the channel. So that the idea is that the live stream, even if it was dry and uninteresting, could pivot, and you pull something valuable out of it, and then upload. Boom. Oh, thank
Anonymous
you.
Just gifted 2 subs.
2 subs from Anonymous. That's 2. More Jelly Bellies than I wanted to have today. and a brick walk. Oh. Sorry, Jedi's like, she's asleep, like or she's going to bed. I can't. Ow! I can't. That hurt. No, it's not candy corn season yet. That starts in October. Soon. Very soon. I've got this headache. My feet hurt. But I'm glad I was able to kind of talk through what I may be thinking. Or what I have been thinking. Not what I may be thinking. I have been thinking it. Trying to figure out how to accommodate. Trying to figure out how to make it work. And it doesn't mean that it's not a perfect solution. It's not a perfect answer to the questions. But it's something that it's been on my mind lately, especially as I see other newer users come out of nowhere and do things. I'm like, I used to do that. I could do that. I feel I could manage it. You know where to find a soundboard? Oh yeah, Bob, I appreciate that. I would come to you, yeah, for sure. Can you post a Lego URL for you? Want a giveaway? A Lego URL? You want a giveaway? That's awesome. Oh yeah, the black. You won the dark saber? Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah, no, I know which one you're talking about. That's crazy. Bob, yeah. Well, congratulations, Ian. That is amazing. I've been thinking about this for a while, and we can get into it. Certainly. I used to do this all the time, and I enjoy doing it. And there's certain parts of me that miss doing it, and I don't do it the same way because Twitch is different. Twitch is you can do whatever, right? Twitch is just you can do whatever. YouTube, you've got to be. This is what you're doing. This is who you are. This is what your channel is. Do not veer at all. And right now, Bob, I'm it doesn't hurt, but like I see a lot of people do things on YouTube and I'm like, I was doing that eons ago. It's just I never cracked the nut. I think the big secret for YouTube is thumbnails, honestly. Thumbnails and metadata. Just be aware of what it's taking away from. Well, here's the thing. If I split my time between what I normally do on Twitch and then what I do on YouTube, it's not taking that much more time away. Not really. And it may be something where I change schedules too. I'm not beholden to doing Twitch every day. But I feel one will flow into the other. And more YouTube flowing the other direction. That's my feeling. Because YouTube's got, 2.2 billion people? Like, Twitch is under 1. Like, I'm not saying it's an uphill battle on Twitch for sure. And it's a different story on Twitch for sure. Don't leave out prep and research time. Yeah, but, Bob, a lot of that stuff, a lot of that comes natural for me. A lot of it comes natural. And I think on my feet, and I have a lot of that experience in preparing content. And I also don't do, one of the reasons I don't like doing editing is I live, on the fly. So I'm able to expand and expound upon various topics with relative ease. So, being able to say, okay, what's better, the Google Pixel or the iPhone? Well, I can give you 10 reasons one way or the other. Well, there's 2 different videos, right? Those kinds of things. Or 10 things you have to consider when you're doing this. 10 tips for using Twitter. It can be general information based upon one thing or another if news is a slow day. Or let me put it this way, just like with Twitch, I'm like, I didn't know, and I wanted to try, and great things have come of it. So, I've done this before. Maybe not this way, but I'll tell you this, Bob. It hurts. It hurts when people say, "Oh, you should have way more views than you do." I'm like, I'm doing it. I know I'm doing it wrong, so I've got to try to do it right. I've got to try. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that is yet, but I've got to try. Thank you, the Free Heathen.
The Free Heathen just gifted 1 subs.
Y'all are on fire with the subs tonight. It hurts when people kind of use my past against me. Oh, your video only gets 200 views now. You suck. Well, how many people see a video doesn't speak to the quality of it. I think we all understand that, but it hurts. It's like, well, the people perceive me or what I've done, or what I might be doing now as a failure. I'm like, well, what I'm doing now is not a failure. I'm not failing at what I do at all. Could I do it better? Absolutely. Are other people doing better than me? For sure. But I made mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm trying to learn from them. Trying. Especially if it means that I could get maybe not back to where I was, but to at least have, this feeling like I'm not flowing. Or not going and flowing. Yeah. My feeling is, Bob, I would go as slow as I've taken it with Twitch. Or even going as slow as taking it, like with MakerDeck. MakerDeck is probably on an accelerated schedule, honestly. So but that would show you exactly kind of, well, MakerDeck is like a completely different beast. And MakerDeck's future is a completely different beast as well. Completely different. I think MakerDeck's future is an event. I think the events or events, plural, are MakerDeck's. That's where MakerDeck more appropriately finds a footing. And of course, the programming, I think, will be a boon. And we'll talk about, we'll have with programming, recorded sessions. Basically, they become podcasts. We'll be able to upload to a MakerDeck YouTube channel. All of it becomes supportive and cyclical, circular and cyclical. So, but MakerDeck, I wouldn't be able to do what it is that I'd like to try to do through MakerDeck. Unfortunately, it's a completely different audience. Completely, radically different. Radically. My Stormtrooper's almost done. I think we're getting staged for a raid here. I've said everything I needed to say. Said everything I wanted to say, at least. Got a couple more things I need to do before the beds. I wanted to watch the final episode for, I think it's the final episode for Sandman, The Sandman, which I've been enjoying. I just don't think, I don't think it is, I don't think I'll make it. My energy is I'm just too zapped. All right, C-Noop is who we're rating tonight because he's the one I see streaming and he probably needs the most love tonight. Thank you, everybody, for hanging with me, listening, giving feedback. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. I appreciate the kind consideration. I just have a lot of things that I'm weighing on my mind too. A lot. Um, I'm not sad. I don't think I'm sad. Am I sad? Maybe I am. Could be. I love you. I appreciate you. And at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices, and may the force be with you always. See you on Maker Deck. I'll be popping over there, printing my overnight lightsaber hilt pieces, parts, 10 hours. Take a while. Rating Cnoop, who loves retro, loves Star Wars, 3D printing, and the like. I'll be back again tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific, and potentially talking about future plans. Talking them out. We'll see. I'm not making any decisions today. Not immediately. Here we go. Tuscan rating Cnoop. In 3, 2. Oh, crap. If you click off the window, it unraids. I don't want to unraid. I want to raid. Okay, here we go. Gonna Tuscan raid Cnoop 76 in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Now that worked. My head.